Welcome to Fatal Vision Podcast, episode 22. This is your host, James McGinnis.
And Billy Glidden is also here.
It's a late night for us here on the East Coast, folks. It's already 11:18 p.m. on a weeknight. So, yeah, we're doing our best here. We know you all missed us last week. It was hard on us too. Just it couldn't be helped. There was some germs going around my household, so we had to take a night off.
Yep.
But we're back, and I put out some AI content for you guys just to enjoy. Blackburn and Murtaugh's closings. So hopefully that brought you some smiles along the way. We're always thinking of you.
It's
We're always
always
thinking of the
about
book. Yeah,
the smiles and the friendships.
yeah, for sure.
So, hey, James, I listened to that Blackburn one while I was on the subway. I really liked it. Did you notice that the AI actually reads the word indicating?
Yeah, I left that in there
Okay.
because
For a
it
while I
just
was like,
seemed
why does he keep saying indicating? And then I'm like,
oh,
oh, he's making some kind of gesture.
it just seemed like it would help. I maybe it was miscalculated, but I thought it would help people sort of picture what it would be like if he said indicating, but. Yeah, I just didn't feel like taking it out.
Hey man, I'm not knocking it at
No,
all.
no, sure.
I'm just commenting on it for fun.
Yeah, it is for
For
fun.
free, and for fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're here to do. Everything's free, everything's fun. And at the end of every episode, I want you to look back and say, what was one thing that we said or did that was fun?
Yep.
So that's a good thing. Any other updates?
I went bowling
Uh,
tonight.
you did?
Yeah, all staff retreat for work.
Oh, it was this marathon work day you just had.
Yeah, I got up early, went in there, did a presentation, crushed it, had a
Are you
bunch of
supposed to be
work.
talking about this on in a public figure type of way now?
Oh no, well,
That might have been embargoed
I'm not
what you
really
just said.
saying
Okay.
anything.
Okay. All
I
right.
have a
Cool.
job, we have retreats,
Yeah.
and
You
then
just leave a
we
little breadcrumbs for people to figure out
yeah,
who you
well,
are, what you do.
there are people that would probably like to know more, but
Well,
it's my right to guard that part of my
yeah.
life. Um, but I did go bowling with the team after the work portion was done.
Good.
I
Good.
bowled a 132. I
That's pretty
won.
solid. I
Not
never got out.
bad.
I could never get out of double digits myself. That's great.
Yeah, not
Um,
bad, not bad.
yeah.
I don't know how to like spin it the way like people who are really good at it do, but I can roll it right down the middle.
That's like so much better than me. I'm never going bowling with you. I'll just be so frustrated the whole time.
All right, man. I was gonna ask you if you wanted to,
We could try something else. Maybe McDonald has some ideas here. Full court basketball or boxing. Probably be more his
but
speed. We could
yeah,
work out with a boxing team.
we could box each other with the
Yeah.
team.
Yeah. We could turn that into like some premium content to really rake in the dough.
James McGinnis and Billy Glidden enter the ring.
Oh, and we could do it like one of us is Joe and one of us is Jeff.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. Sell some tickets.
Yeah.
All the proceeds go to the Block the Pardon Fund.
Yes, block the part like this sketchy 501c3 that I've set up, block the pardon, all these offshore accounts, like slush
Yeah.
fund.
Pay a little extra. You can be at the Golden Circle table at the boxing match. Go to the disco.
Yeah, you get admission to the disco.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that invitation is on the one of the websites. I found it. I saw the other day on one of those McDonald info dump sites.
One of your readings.
Yeah, you know all my readings. Yeah.
Um, well, I imagine you'll talk more about this at some on some later episode, but I understand you've been doing a bit of a deep dive into the case.
Well,
Not
I
just the case. I mean, we've done the deep dive into the case. You're getting into the deeper dive into the deeper dive of everything having to do with this.
yeah, I mean, when the year started, I posted an objective that I wanted to get my hands on the 1985 McDonald deposition, and I looked up how to go about doing that, and uh, it was pretty straightforward. You know, National Archives, while it still exists,
Hey,
was
easy
able.
with the
Hey, and
politics.
I'm not going there. I'm just saying. I'm glad someone's working there in Riverside, California. My man Tim. He's done a lot of photocopying for me, digging out boxes, and he got me the McGinnis's 3 days of deposition to McDonald's one. I kind of don't like the imbalance there, but I'm digging through it. We've uncovered some pretty shocking stuff in there that isn't fit for prime. We can't vet it yet, so we have to embargo it until it's vetted.
Okay.
But the journey continues. Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
mystery deepens.
Yes.
We happened upon some public forums where there were people that knew Jeff and knew the families were discussing the case.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, and we've also unlocked the real names of several unnamed people in the book that Joe protects from the public eye. It's all just like laid out there in these civil trial transcripts or depositions. So, yeah, we have half a mind to try to get some engagement there, see if we can talk, anybody's interested in talking about McDonald off the record.
Mhm.
Um, we think this is still a very important case, more important than it's ever been personally. So,
Yeah.
uh, we're we're all in. It's literally all I'm thinking about almost the entire day.
Yeah. Morning to
Billy
night.
can Billy can tell you I'm sending nothing but screenshots of depositions from like the first thing I do when I open my eyes to the last thing I do when the phone falls out of my hand as
Onto the
my,
floor.
as my consciousness fades. Um, so yeah, that's a brief.
Yeah, I like waking up to texts from you, man. Your
Good.
screenshots. Yeah.
And also just like random thoughts about the case, just sort of spinning around. Um,
Yeah.
but we'll get it. We'll get there. We're still in the midst of the interrogation here. We were kind of hoping to have a shorter episode tonight because Billy was bowling all night and is pretty tired. And
Well,
we're kind of,
before I hit the lane, we had to wait an hour. We got to the
oh,
bowling alley and they were like, "Well, actually, we're gonna stick you in the lounge for the hour while we wait for your lanes to open up."
oh, so they didn't honor the reservation.
Well, the reservation was apparently for an hour in the lounge and an hour bowling, but while in the lounge, we were free to do the arcade.
Oh,
So
cool.
I did the little arcade basketball for a while,
That's
and
great, man.
I got really tired from that as well. My right arm, let me tell you,
Yeah, it's
my
not, yeah.
right arm is not feeling too hot right now.
Because you work out with the basketball sometimes.
I work out with the
At least
basketball.
you did then. And you throw a hell of a ball.
Yeah, I played pickup ball, matter of fact, last weekend in a church basement where there's a basketball court, and I went up for an and one. Well, I went up for a layup, and this really jacked kid just knocked me on my ass, but the ball went in.
Oh, wow.
And I've been feeling really good about that all week. So it's just
Yeah,
like I
that's
still
I'm
got
glad
it. I still got it, man.
you did, and you got the yeah, you definitely showed him.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of this book, this other book we want to go through sometime. I don't really want to open that door right now, but you kind of like Rabbit, you know,
Yeah.
in
I
that
used to
first
be
scene.
I used to be good at something and now I'm kind of getting older and
And
wondering.
you spotted the guy, the kid who's like the real player out of all
Yep.
of them. Yeah.
Yep. And naturals no.
Yeah. Beautiful stuff.
Yep. Passes me the ball, knock down the shot. He gets it. I get it. He gets it. The other
Yeah.
kids don't get it.
No, you had this connection.
Yeah. Very precious, special connection. Like a flowering garden.
What we have with the Fatal Vision fans.
Oh man, yeah. I mean the fan mail is I haven't even gotten to go through all of it yet. So I'm gonna have Corey kind of sort through it, give me a few to read per night.
Okay. Yeah. We do, and we also honor the people who want to become guests on the show. We will certainly listen to your requests.
Yep. And some of you out there have requested and no, we are still thinking about it. Um
Yeah, it's still pending.
yeah. Yeah, we have a huge backlog.
Yeah.
So we're definitely thinking about having you on the show.
Yeah, for sure. Other updates. I found the audio of the two Supreme Court arguments that McDonald's team made. Um, and I also found a 2017 Fourth Circuit, the last appeal hearing to date, which Billy and I both listened to and enjoyed. So,
I enjoyed that a
we'll,
lot.
yeah, yeah, I got a lot out of that. So we're gonna be putting that in the episode description so you can follow along
In
with
this episode?
maybe. I mean, if we can get Corey to do it on the back end, um,
Yeah.
but
I never know
if
what he's doing.
he just tried to cut in like they do. The producers come in and they try to cut in sometimes. You're muted, Corey. Uh, it's okay. He's muted. All
Oh,
right.
I can't believe
Well,
we got stuck with Corey.
yeah.
I don't
Well,
care. I don't care who his uncle is.
when we are in a major high-rise studio with like only the best equipment, we'll have like a legion of producers at our beck and call.
Yeah, but then maybe they'll be like the Pod Save employees and go on strike.
Oh yeah, that's big news in the podcast world.
Yeah.
Yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, I think about it.
I try to read, because podcasting is my game, so I got to know all about what's going on in the podcast world all the time, you know.
All right. So we're gonna have to update past episode descriptions because we promised that this would only be a three-part
Yeah,
chapter.
yeah. Nope.
It's gonna be a four-part chapter.
Yeah, at least possibly five.
So this is part three of the April 6th, 1970 interrogation.
Oh, this is it's part three of chapter what is it, 9?
Yeah.
And so there's chapter 10 is also like 100% interrogation as well. So this is not we're not heading towards the conclusion by any means.
Okay.
This is going to be part 3 of 4 for the morning session before McDonald took an hour and a half coffee break after um they stopped recording for a little bit.
All right, so what's the last thing we read?
McDonald was sitting there like wondering, I don't understand why, by the time they got to me that I still heard screaming, or were there more people involved in four? That's where we ended last week, or week before. So we can pick it up there. Billy, can you t start today, please?
Absolutely, James.
All right.
Sorry, guys. I forgot to do my vocal warm-ups before this, so I'm just gonna do the best I can. Four people are a lot of people, Shaw said. Four strangers? I know. In a house your size are a lot of people. I know. There should be. I know. McDonald laughed. Shaw did not laugh. In my experience, he said, and in his experience, pointing to Grebner, and his, pointing to Ivory, there should be a mess in your house. Not right. There should be busted furniture and broken mirrors and bashed in walls and oh, well, you people have more experience than I have, McDonald said. But I wouldn't normally, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily expect that. Okay.
Oh, okay. This it's taking this pretty well.
If someone is attacked when they're sleeping, you might not get broken. There aren't things out of place. Well, I don't know. What does this suggest anything to you? Like maybe this group of people knew the inside of the house? Or, yeah, we're being careful, sure. Can you give us any better description of these people that you saw? Shaw continued. I wish I had a Polaroid. All I can say is everyone seemed moderate height. You know, this is ridiculous, I know, to you, but everyone seemed normal height. I don't really remember anything distinctive. I don't remember long hair on these people, and this is a little hard for me to figure out if they were on, LSD or something. They're supposed to be hippies. They're not always. I mean, I've seen a lot of clean cut special forces guys. How do hippies react? Shaw asked. Not hippies, but people. How do people react when they are under the influence of LSD? Well, anybody. Are they capable of carrying out something like this, coming to your house out of all these other houses? Well, now see, you're getting to why they came to my house. Well, I'm not interested in why they came to your house just for the moment. Let's say it was a matter of fate, okay? All right. It had to be some house, right? Why not yours? Why not? Right. Okay, all right. In other words, can they do this? Can they carry this out, all this business? I've seen many patients that I felt were, now, you don't always know what they've taken. Well, let's say LSD for the moment. Okay. Well, again, now a person will come in the emergency room and say he's taken LSD and he's having an acute anxiety reaction, paranoid, and he's, seeing people that he's afraid of or anything. That could be LSD. It could be speed. It could be any of the amphetamine type things or mescaline. And very often the kids don't know what they've taken. So you have no way of knowing, but they always say LSD. Like I treated one 2 nights ago at Cape Fear, and this guy was not 2 nights ago, last week, and this guy was capable of anything, I'm sure. He was extremely agitated and wild, and all you had to do was move, and he'd jump up, and he was very paranoid. People were attacking him, and he had to defend himself.
Do most. Okay, let's branch away from that for just a minute, Shaw said. The people that are taking amphetamines, uppers, right? We've got four of them now that we know about in your house. They're on something, we think. This girl was talking about acid. Right, LSD. Right. It could be, as you say, anything. Could be even peyote buttons, for all we know, right? Right. Well, I don't know what that means. Yeah, I've heard about them. They're excited. They're doing something that's emotionally exciting to them. They'd be jumping around wild, wouldn't they? There'd be a lot of hyperaction here. Is this correct? Yeah, most of the, I agree with you. Most of the people I've seen on these drugs, they're not steady and cool by any means. Usually they're paranoid and anxious, and when they do something, it's sort of in a frenzied way, kind of way, isn't it? Well, I don't know. That's kind of a, I don't know. The other problem I have, Shaw said, is a motive. Right. We've got to establish a motive for this thing, and I don't see one. There's nothing even missing from your house, not even vandalism. Right. This is where the innocent McDonald would have been like, "What do you mean? They wrote pig on the headboard." But he's just like, "I'm going to be agreeable to everything right now, and just sort of this will just all be over really quick." Captain McDonald, there's nothing missing. You have a lot of things in your home that people would like to steal. They were nice, I know. You have a lot of drugs in your house. I know. Why? Oh, I just got something of everything in case anyone ever asks me. Johnny on the spot. Very often I'd suture people and I took care of half the neighborhood. And nothing there was controlled. I was careful about that. I didn't have any controlled drugs or anything like that. Everything was stuff there wouldn't be any problem with, and no one should be after for any reason. And I just had, like, for instance, if we were going to go on a camping trip, I was all ready to make up a nice little kit with, all the possibilities involved. But that was the only reason. All this came about when the 3rd Special Forces disbanded and they had boxes and boxes of stuff they were just going to burn. And I thought that was stupid. So I just took a couple bottles of everything and was going to make up my own aid kit, for my car and camping and stuff. But I know it looked a little excessive, I'm sure. Bill, you could take us to the section break.
It looked more than a little excessive, Shaw said, glancing at a list which showed that among many other drugs, syringes, and disposable scalpel blades, McDonald's hall closet had contained 18 50-milligram vials of liquid thorazine, an antipsychotic drug often used to sedate unruly mental patients. It looked real excessive, frankly. I'm being frank with you as you're being frank with me, I hope. Yeah, well, were you sending these things to people? Just my mother, my in-laws, diet pills, thyroid medicine, blood pressure pills. Okay, were you sending anything to anybody around here that would suggest? Uh-uh. Shaking his head to me, no. Can you give us any help along this line at all? Geez, I wish I could. I just can't imagine that I've ever offended anyone enough unless they're psychotic. And then that one person commits at least three others to his cause. At least, right, right. Other people and to have no one break down, no one come forth and feel bad or read the newspapers and say, Jesus, I know of, I know some people and I saw them Tuesday morning and they were all bloody or something. So I agree with you. I don't know. I'd sleep a little easier. I'll tell you that.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thanks, man.
How's he holding up? Doing pretty good, huh? He's really handling this increased pressure pretty well.
Yeah.
Uh, like they're keeping him off balance with like switching subjects without any warning. It's like we have to find a motive for this thing.
Yeah, and then they try to get at like, hey man, were you like selling drugs on the base or
Well,
something?
well, they're trying to give him an off ramp, right? Like they're giving him, they're trying to like see if he'll concoct a fake um scenario
Hmm.
where he starts to like starts to own up a little bit to a fake confession where it wasn't his fault. He had these people over to sell them drugs and it got out of control.
Hmm.
So they're trying to see if they can break him down.
Right.
It's like we can't help you if you're not telling us the whole truth.
Right.
So yeah, I don't think they really obviously these guys don't care that he has all these drugs. It's not their department. Do
And
you
they
think
know,
they
and they already know there were no intruders.
yeah. So they're just letting him sort of very gradually get deeper and deeper into this story and not and really get flustered with lots of I don't knows coming like faster and faster now. And then I think the description he offered was so horrible. That was a pretty bad moment for him. I wish I had a Polaroid. They were all moderate height,
Yeah, it'd be
normal height.
awesome if I had a Polaroid. Can you imagine if I was able to like get a Polaroid real quick
Yeah.
during that?
Um, yeah. He's so flustered.
Yeah.
Um, and then when he gets hypnotized in 79, he just gives these incredible in-depth descriptions of each of them, their jewelry, distinguishing marks that just made them look more like Stokely and her friends.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not gonna go well for Jeff from here, man.
Hopefully not. No, I'm enjoying it. It's a smooth ride, slow ride. I'm grateful for Shaw, Ivory, and Grebner, and I'm sorry that Ivory had to get so much shit later on. He's
Yeah,
one
I'm
of
sorry too.
one of his first sworn enemies for many years. I told you that he was like when Pruitt and Kearns were starting their reinvestigation. He met with them with Siegel present and was like Ivory should be court-martialed. It's just always it's like so from the very beginning it was like Ivory was the bad guy. And then obviously Freddie and Warhide and then Brian was just able to take the mantle forever.
Hmm.
Uh and the things I keep reading about in these deposits is that he wanted Joe to present a fair and true account of how it was a malicious prosecution. That was his big line going into it. This is a malicious prosecution.
Right.
What does that mean? Does that mean that Brian is just so jealous of how fucking hot Jeff is and will just stop at nothing to, or it's like, or just they're just doing it because Freddie's mad and wants Jeff to pay for moving to California. That's the Earl Morris theory
What does Errol Morris think?
about Freddie that he was punishing Jeff for withdrawing from the family.
Oh, yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Errol Morris. I reread some horrible piece on some website called The All. You've probably seen
Oh,
this.
the AWL?
Yeah.
Was this like a positive review of his book?
Yeah, like, hey, he bests McGinnis by a comfortable margin. No matter how you feel about the guilt or innocence of McDonald, you have to admit that Fatal Vision is an unserious book.
Holy
But
shit, Billy. No, I have not seen this since it came out in probably 2012.
yeah, I
The
was so
murderers and the
triggered by it.
journalists. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, just search the word
No, I found it
unserious.
already by Evan Hughes. I want to find him now. Let's find this fucko. This fucking asshole. Oh my God. Let's share a fucking well, I'm not sure which one is really him. He looks like a dick.
I don't know. I
Oh, is
did,
it,
he probably just got asked to. It's exactly what that LA review. Was
he
it?
was just asked to do a puff piece on everyone's on Morris.
Yeah, let's see. I forget. Was it the LA Times that I engaged with? Yeah, LA. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right. The LA Times lady.
I had an email exchange with a reviewer from the LA Times because she wrote something about Janet Malcolm, but in the piece she like took a shot at Joe. And I just think it's something that writers do when they want to like signify something about, I don't know, like their level of erudition or I'll just
Yeah.
here's the passage from the LA Times. I'm talking about Janet Malcolm.
Okay.
Here she is in The Journalist and the Murderer, watching Jeffrey McDonald, the man convicted of murdering his two daughters and pregnant wife, eat in a prison cafeteria. Quote, he handled the donuts, breaking off pieces and unaccountably keeping the powdered sugar under control with the delicate dexterity of a veterinarian fixing a broken wing. The simple passage contributes more to the reader's understanding of who MacDonald is than all 976 pages of Fatal Fiction.
It's so absurd. She
The,
didn't stop. She wasn't too lazy to look up the paperback page count, though.
well, right. I mean, it's just such a crazy thing to say, but it's like kind of clever. And so Evan Hughes, I would submit he just did the same thing. He's never read Fatal Vision. He reviewed Wilderness of Error.
Oh my
And
God, this is so long.
it's so long. It's so long. And he thinks that Joe is unserious for not considering the possibility that Stokely
Of,
was in the
yeah,
house.
I
Like,
just found that.
yeah.
He writes Stokely off with flimsy justifications. And then he does like this editorializing, like insufferable, like it's sort of like a teenage blog post. He tells us that according to her acquaintances, Helena Stokely had always liked to make up stories. Seriously, that's on page 233. It's like that's all he said about Stokely, really? Uh,
Yeah. I would love to be assigned a review of a book where I could just like snark like that. Seriously.
seriously? No, guys. I mean, all my readers. There's so many of them. Um, oh my God, this guy is such a douche.
You're reading the whole piece right now on air,
Oh,
man.
no, I know. Well, you brought it up. I
No, I'm not
bet it's
blaming you. Hey, hey, whoa, whoa. We're just talking. You can read it.
well, he's gone on to great things. He was a finalist for the National Magazine Award in Reporting in 2015. A finalist, not a winner. That's still pretty dope. He's written for the New York Times Magazine, which is like the worst thing they put out. GQ, New York Wired. Oh, sorry, those are two different magazines. And the New York Review of Books. He's the author of Literary Brooklyn. Yeah, I just don't think
Hey,
we get along.
he's a good writer, I guess. I mean, he wrote a really credulous and whack review of.
No, but Billy, it's so long. It's like he's trying to like stake his claim in the pantheon of McDonald literature.
All right, what do you want to do? Should we write to him?
No. Um,
I mean, it would just be weird. I thought about writing to him, but then the piece is like 10 years old, 12 years
yeah,
old.
13, yeah, 12. It's just the last line. It shows just how many troublesome facts must be swept under the rug to accept McGinnis's account. How many improbabilities we need to accept to be confident that Jeffrey McDonald should be living his life in prison.
Yeah.
It's like you're really just not gonna look at the actual court filings.
Also, yeah, it's not about Joe McGinnis's account.
Yeah, that has literally nothing to do with whether he's living his life in prison or not.
Yeah, you like talk to Brian
Brian,
Murtaugh. Talk to
oh,
Brian.
Murtaugh, Brian
Talk to
Murtaugh, yeah,
Jim. Yeah, talk to the people that tried the
yeah.
case.
Listen to the 2017 Fourth Circuit recording. That shows you how
So
it
many
actually,
improbabilities. So many.
yeah.
Wait, guys, we're just gonna accept that he said he saw a woman in a floppy hat, and then a woman in a floppy hat existed in the town. We're just gonna accept that.
That's not one of the things Evan's into. I can't believe you read this whole thing. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. Well, it got a little sophomoric there toward the end, so let's uh
yeah.
let's try to.
Sorry. Well, appreciate Billy checking out things that came out. There's also a Slate thing you should check out too. Um,
Ooh.
and then I looked on the on X, formerly Twitter, where Evan logs on and he he published it. Oh, it's Evan. Oh, Evan wrote two different things, Billy.
Oh.
He wrote something for Slate too, as a rebuttal to Weingarten in December of 2012.
Oh, I'm sure he bested Weingarten.
It's really he was it's really he was really on board.
Well, good luck to him.
My point is not that McDonald is definitely innocent. It's that you ought to keep checking your wallet to be sure that Weingarten and McGinnis haven't picked it.
Huh?
That's just a pull quote from halfway through the article on Slate.
Wow. I don't
Oh,
even I don't even know what to say.
well, I'll share this with you offline and we can sort of pick it up. We can go after it next week on the air.
All right.
Sophomoric manner.
Um, all right, man. We're gonna upload this one tonight, so by morning the millions will have it.
Uh-huh.
Let's get those links ready for the episode description.
Yes, it'll be in there. Thank you, Corey.
Hey guys, thanks for being with us. I'm sorry if I was a little low energy tonight. I am extremely tired from all the activity today.
Yeah, it's a podcast you just want to put on with a seltzer drink and a fireplace and sort of reflectively stare off into space. That's the kind of podcast we put out tonight.
Yeah. And I hope that at least one moment that you spent with us was fun.
Thank you. Yeah, let's look back on one moment in the last hour that was fun.
All right, good night.
All right, bye.